Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Bestiary Flashback League as a hardcore solo self-found Necromancer. And today, we're gonna do the Merciless Labyrinth.
Justice will prevail.
So this is a 68 area. I'm level 70 right now, so that should match up. Golden door and golden key. As usual, going in here blind. We'll just see how this works out. This area is just one level higher than the highest areas in Act 10. So from that perspective it's still doable. It's actually nice not having to go back a couple levels as you have at the lower level lab runs. Oh, that one wasn't quite amused not getting picked off by the minions. Okay, minions, you're kind of failing me if you're not capturing that snake there. Okay. Throw trap. Haha.
Great job, Exile. I now will take the captured beast to the menagerie.
Got it after all. I am very proud of you, my minions. You did well. Oh yeah, wait, we have mods here as well. So we got rogue exiles, we got breaches, and we got abyss. That's mostly under control. That's good. Okay, heading indoors here. Gold doors, okay. So then usually the rule is to just go further and you'll find it. But my experience has been to actually keep pushing forward towards the very bottom of the map rather than trying to head up a little bit. Oh, they also have a bridge here. And an abyss. So this area has often been a decoy and the actual key was in the bottom here. So let's go there. Also, hey, Lil Furia, you look like an exile. You have way too many NTXs on to be a regular minion. There we go. Crusader plate. Just ignoring the additional mechanics for now. I just want to get the key first. Because otherwise I know I will forget about it and get distracted. Right now, just pretend like I've got laser focus. Look at that, there's a key just ahead. Totally was not expecting that. So, door traps, they... Ow! Ow, ow. Okay, relatively safe here again. And then head in here, pull the lever, open the door, get the key. That worked out relatively well. Those door traps also another fun thing to get skewered in. Managed to not get stuck in the door trap. I'm actually rather proud of myself. I usually have a habit of stepping in those door traps. Abyss is difficult to sidestep once the breach is triggered, or actually in reverse, it's easier to sidestep a breach than if a abyss would lead me past a breach. So let's do the breach first and then the abyss. Okay, lots of little things. Let's put some corpses up here. Fuse, I'll get distracted, sure. Golems, sure. Hey, let's do this. Okay, ash, lightning. And there's a lot of stuff happening in the top right, so that's the direction we'll pick for going through. And let's not snap in the middle of all that lightning. It's way too intense. Holy moly. Leave my poor minions be. Actually, speaking of minions, I am down to 3 zombies. Whereas usually I have got 8. I feel like that's not a optimal amount of minions. They really are insisting on keeping my number of zombies down. Monsters. All of you, you're monsters. And do you? Yeah, and they really, really should feel guilty about that. Yeah, so. Now that we've spoken a little sternly to them, I'm sure they'll be good. Next time we'll see them, it's gonna be all hunky-dory. Okay, let's see if we can repeat the usual trick of just armor flasking up and then letting the minions do all the murderizing. Okay, taking some chaos damage here. That's maybe a little less helpful. No, just by itself, it was relatively alright. And then it's time to follow the Abyss. Now the Abyss is social enough to actually wait for me. Okay, a lot of damage once again coming out here. But I think this Abyss was a little more impatient than the other one, since it's just closed up without really giving up anything to me. Let's get to the next area and see what we can do there. So okay, most of the defensive nodes on the skill tree that I was thinking of, let's just double check that. Yeah, went all the way here. No, there's just one more point I could grab here. There's another point I could grab here. Some slightly less efficient nodes. Got all of that. So Sign Lifefill is a potential thing to go for, even though it wasn't in the theory craft. Jewel sockets also an option, especially now that I've got sort of kind of okay amount of life bonus. Then not putting some flat life in here, for example, will boost my life a little bit more. Alternatively, just boosting my minion damage a little bit more, just to make them a little bit sturdier, a little bit more effective.
Gold
That's gonna be good.
is the most liberating of metals.
And then this is the one that leads to the bottom. Okay. Okay. If this does not have any special features, why the heck is there a lever here? You know what? I'm actually not keen to find out. Oh, invasion bosses, Abyss and Perandus. You, Metalsmith. You are gone. That was one invader boss. Okay, go here, go there. Let's not get skewered. Ow. Okay. This is gonna be the one that gets skewered. Good. Then we stand here. We stand there and we can actually walk forward. And as expected, this seems to lead forward. Ooh. Abyss on the other side of the door, so we'll just trigger it. And it pushes forward. And there's Perandus mobs, in addition to the Abyss. Okay, that's gonna get dangerous. Vitorica Perandus, Maker of Marvels. So, the uniques are the ones you want to take out. Also, it seems to be cloning itself. That is not helpful. So, it really seems like the combination of Abyss and Perandus is really good at taking out my zombies. So we'll just recast them. There's a lot of damage in those zombies, as well as staying power. But what most pleases me about that entire encounter is that despite most of the zombies, or all of the zombies, just dying, I wasn't murdered. I was just pushed back a little bit, but in the end, it did manage to just clear itself. So let's loot this one, and we can only get a couple coins for the effort. Also, why? I don't want portals, because we're in the lab. And there's just one or two more there. Great. And we don't even get anything useful for the trouble. Wonderful. And lightning. Judgment apparatus. That is the other invader boss, and look at that, one artisan. Increased quantity, skellies, magic item, magic monsters, bonus level, and some lightning storms. Good. And all we get is just some low level currency. Time to push forward. Or walk back and pick up the net that was dropped. And there is the first of the aspirants' trials.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's see what Mr. Perandus has for me.
It is the sovereign who empowers the scepter, not the other way round.
A box. What's in the box? Lots of ravens, that's in the box. Okay, just flasking up here. Let's just murder that one. I'm not that big a fan of getting hit. Okay, forcing away. That's another one. Great.
Such resilience.
And the last one actually stays active. That is unfortunate.
Sweep the trappings of past emperors aside.
That is unfortunate.
Anew.
Well, this one is straightforward. You just go forward. There's one exit. No distractions. Okay, and then there is a switch here. Oh, that goes with the things. That's okay. A poem, so that means it's on the right way. Also, new area. So what's the mods? Nemesis, Abyss, and Perandus. I forgot to check that. And there's some Perandus up ahead. Okay, yeah, see there's a unique in the back there. That's causing some issues. But well, raising zombies on top of their head definitely works out. Thank you for all those coins. Okay, I'm not pleased with just how fast those zombies are dying now. Upside is, once we complete this, the zombies will be sturdier and they will be more numerous. But still, oh, new area, Rogue Exiles, Invasion and Bloodlines, and there is a yellow beastie there. Incendiary Mites. Okay. You're not taking... Okay, now you're taking enough damage, and I got you.
One
Good.
Capture with pride, Exile. You hunt well.
Okay, is this a dead end? No, it's not. But we do have someone in here who's jumping with joy to see me. Van Sagiel. You know what's... That's fine. I got flasks that just produce your physical damage, and that helps. A little bit. Okay, bunch of stuff happening here. Decorated chest. Well, again, the might be good for, no, might be profitable to go after all those chests, but I always prefer to just keep it simple, not take too many risks, and just survive the ordeal. Okay, Mr. Let's just make it rain fire from the sky is here. Definitely not one of my favorite people. Is it the people? Not quite sure if it's a person or more of a thing. Either way, survived it. Oh. Mark of the Red Covenant. That's a Raging Spirits helmet. So you got some ES from it. Minions have increased movement speed. Raging Spirits have 150% increased damage. 75% reduced maximum number of Raging Spirits. So you get 5 and that's it. Their hits always ignite. And they refresh their duration when they kill an ignited enemy. So if you're playing an SRS build, potentially they could just maintain themselves and just 5 of them. But you only increase their damage by 150%, so I don't think it's gonna be a net damage boost. Of course, if they always ignite, that does change the math. Because wasn't ignite now 20% of the damage for 4 seconds? So it's a decent damage bonus. So what's the thing here? Temp change. Okay. Good thing is I do have my Basalt Flask to counteract it to a certain degree.
Complex machinations converge to a single act.
So what's this? Ooh. Orbs. So kill fast, kill quick, kill good. Okay, just physically avoid that one.
Singular of purpose.
Okay, and just flask up a little bit. Flask up another one, and there we go.
Ambition. While the cogs believe, the Imperial machine marches on.
There we go. So what's last? Okay, split and then merge again for the final one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, mods, area, new. Strong boxes, bloodlines, and abyss. Reinforced steel net. You know what? Let's go back, grab that beastie there. I'll let myself get distracted. It's a sneaky beastie.
An orb of immense power.
Okay, and then we throw the net. And then my minions disappoint. Well played, minions. Well played. Okay. Try it again. Haha. Have it. As I said, the downside of a minion build, your damage is just something that you really have a difficult time controlling. If the enemy is just a bit tougher, or your minions get distracted, or the enemy just moves behind the corner, then your entire timing could be off, whereas if you are the source of damage, you have a lot less issues with that. So it doesn't look like this is where I need to be. Instead, let's skip this one, move forward, and then take the next tunnel indoors. Like this one. Feels more like this is a potential exit. Curious. Would this be a tunnel through to the next area then? Ah. Actually, there's a door here. So this leads down. Well, I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be, well, it's gonna be one leap in between. It's either up or down. So where does this one take us? Rogue Exiles, Invasion Bosses and Bloodlines. Okay, there is a snake here, or a spider here, Unstable Swarm. Ow! Gee, one hurts like a truck. And yeah, okay, so it died. I didn't. Let's count that as a victory. Blah. Curse those silly spiders. The Revenant, haha, formerly the boss of the docks. Well, I guess originally it was an invader boss, then it got a spot in the docks, and now the one in the docks has been renamed, and the invader boss is simply the Revenant again. Okay, I'm afraid this is probably going to be the way forward, so let's do this. Actually, it's a dead end. What's the purpose? Ah, a secret passage. I'm always interested to see where the secret passage is. Oh, new area means new mods. Strongboxes, bloodlines, and abysses. That looks familiar, and we've been here before. You know what? This is probably not going to be the way forward, but more likely a way back. So let's just skip it. I mean, we know we're just one hop away from the exit. Okay, we get another opportunity to kill a yellow beastie. Or maybe die trying. No, that definitely they seem to be aiming to achieve that. Okay, in this case it died, and there is something lightning here. I have no idea what the lightning thing was, but it's dead. And I'm not. So once again, let's chalk that up as a victory. Aspirant's trial. 2 bubbles away from leveling.
An aspirant can afford to be promising.
So that is good timing.
Must keep those promises.
And we got the final tier of nets as well. Wonderful. Okay, so he's got 5 orbs. So he's got to be a bit more powerful. And I'll be temp chained. Happy fun times. Step 1, survive. Step 2, kill him. But mostly focus on step 1.
The Empire awaits you with open jaws.
No spikes, but those Roombas are definitely not helpful, so we got just a small arena effectively.
Nobility is a lie.
Just trying to keep him distracted while not having to move too much. Okay, I'm out of flash charges, that is annoying, but on the other hand, my minions have been doing very well here. And that is that. So what did I loot here? Kalisa's Grace. Gems are supported by level 18 faster casting, so effectively you get a 5 link. Some int, some ES, some life. Gain 2% to critical strike chance for 2 seconds when you spend a total of 800 mana. Okay, that's quite a lot. For comparison, Raging Spirit here is 19 mana per cast. 2.5 per second, at about 50 mana per second. Zombies, 50 mana, but no, it's 0.71, so it's about 70 or so mana per second. You definitely need to put in effort to spend that much mana. Got 1 key, so we'll try. And I got some currency, that's always happy. Always happy with currency. So, Divine Font, is there anything I haven't done yet? Okay. So I guess random thing on my helmet? Sure, why not? Kinetic Blast has a 50% chance for an additional explosion. Yeah, that's not helping me today. But I wasn't really here for that anyway. I was here for my ascendancy points. So, minions get some more life and some more damage, and after that, Flashbinder. You and your minions have 1% additional physical damage reduction for each zombie you own. You also get +2 to maximum zombies, so that is going to be 10 zombies up in the good times, so 10% physical damage reduction, stacking with all other sources of additional physical damage reduction. So that's the God Powers, that is also armor, and the Basalt Flask. So, should be good, just staying alive. Zombies spread caustic clouds on death, dealing 50% of their maximum life as chaos damage per second. That is actually pretty darn potent. If zombies bite the dust, then the enemy is gonna feel it. So that is gonna be very, very helpful. The slam attack also has 100% increased area of effect and increased cooldown recovery speed. So it's almost like you get the jewel for the slam attack for free, which is very helpful. So I'm very, very glad that I managed to survive my encounter here with Izaro. I did not in my first time through with the original Bestiary character, which is when I really realized I needed more armor on the build. So I'm very happy to see that with just under 3,000 armor, as well as some extra flasks and maybe some decent positioning, maybe some slightly better positioning than what I did before, managed to survive that. So that gives me hope for Kitava. But that's going to be next episode. So for now, I'm going to thank you very much for watching and hope that you'll join me again next episode for Kitava. Bye bye.